you ever read a book or attended a lecture only to forget most of it soon after? You're not alone. Retaining information is a crucial skill in our fast-paced world, whether you're a student, professional, or simply someone who loves to learn. In this video, we'll explore practical and science-backed strategies to help you remember more of what you learn. From understanding how memory works to applying specific techniques, you'll discover ways to make information stick. Let's start by understanding why memory is so important in our daily lives and how improving it can benefit us in countless ways. Before we dive into techniques, it's helpful to know how memory functions. Our brains process information in stages: encoding, storage, and retrieval. Encoding is when we first take in information, storage is how we keep it, and retrieval is when we recall it later. Each stage can be strengthened with the right habits. By understanding these stages, we can target our efforts more effectively and make learning less frustrating. In the next scenes, we'll break down each stage and show you how to optimize them for better retention. One of the most effective ways to retain information is through active learning. Instead of passively reading or listening, engage with the material. Ask questions, summarize what you've learned in your own words, or teach someone else. This approach forces your brain to process information more deeply, making it easier to remember. Active learning can be as simple as jotting down notes or discussing concepts with a friend. By making learning interactive, you're more likely to retain what matters. Spaced repetition is a powerful technique for long-term retention. Instead of cramming all at once, review information at increasing intervals over time. This method leverages the brain's tendency to forget, helping you reinforce memories just as they're about to fade. Tools like flashcards or spaced repetition apps can make this process easier. By revisiting material regularly, you'll find that information stays with you much longer. Chunking is the process of breaking down large pieces of information into smaller, manageable units. For example, when memorizing a long number, it's easier to remember it in groups of 3 or 4 digits. This technique works for all kinds of information, from vocabulary words to historical dates. By organizing data into chunks, you reduce cognitive overload and make recall much simpler. Our brains are wired to remember images better than words alone. Visualization involves creating mental pictures to represent information. For example, if you're learning about the water cycle, imagine the journey of a water droplet from the ocean to the clouds and back. Drawing diagrams or mind maps can also help. The more vivid and creative your images, the more likely you are to remember the details. Mnemonic devices are memory aids that help you recall complex information. These can be acronyms, rhymes, or associations. For instance, to remember the colors of the rainbow, many use the acronym ROYGBIV. Creating your own mnemonics makes information more personal and memorable. Experiment with different types until you find what works best for you. Teaching is one of the best ways to solidify your understanding. When you explain a concept to someone else, you're forced to organize your thoughts and fill in any gaps in your knowledge. This process not only helps you remember better but also deepens your comprehension. Try teaching a friend, family member, or even an imaginary audience. You'll be surprised at how much more you retain. Retrieval practice means actively recalling information from memory rather than just reviewing notes. This could be through self-quizzing, flashcards, or writing down what you remember. The act of pulling information out strengthens your memory and makes it easier to recall in the future. Make retrieval practice a regular part of your study routine for the best results. One effective way to remember new information is to connect it to something you already know. This process, called association, helps your brain create links between concepts, making recall easier. For example, if you're learning a new language, relate new words to similar-sounding words in your native language. The more connections you make, the stronger your memory becomes. Engaging multiple senses while learning can boost retention. Try reading aloud, listening to recordings, or using tactile methods like writing by hand. The more senses you involve, the more pathways your brain creates for recalling information. This multisensory approach is especially helpful for complex or abstract topics. Organization is key to effective learning. Keep your notes, materials, and resources in order so you can easily review them. Use folders, digital tools, or color coding to categorize information. A tidy workspace and clear structure help your brain process and store information more efficiently. Your physical health has a big impact on your memory. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep all contribute to better brain function. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, while nutritious foods provide essential nutrients. Don't underestimate the power of a healthy lifestyle in boosting your ability to retain information. Sleep is essential for memory consolidation. During sleep, your brain processes and stores new information, making it easier to recall later. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. If you're sleep deprived, your ability to learn and remember drops significantly. Prioritize rest as part of your learning routine. Chronic stress can impair your memory and concentration. Practice stress management techniques such as mindfulness, meditation, or deep breathing. Taking regular breaks and maintaining a healthy work-life balance also help. By keeping stress in check, you create a better environment for learning and memory. Dehydration can negatively affect your cognitive abilities, including memory. Make sure to drink enough water throughout the day, especially when studying or working on complex tasks. Keeping hydrated helps your brain function at its best, making it easier to absorb and retain new information. Trying to do too many things at once can actually reduce your ability to remember information. Focus on one task at a time, especially when learning something new. This allows your brain to fully process and store the material, leading to better retention and understanding. Technology can be a great ally in retaining information. Use apps for flashcards, note-taking, or spaced repetition. However, be mindful of distractions. Set boundaries for your device use and leverage technology to support, not hinder, your learning process. Regular review is key to moving information from short-term to long-term memory. Set aside time each week to go over what you've learned. This could be through rereading notes, summarizing key points, or testing yourself. Consistent review helps reinforce your memory and prevents forgetting. Having clear learning goals gives your study sessions direction and purpose. Decide what you want to achieve before you start, whether it's mastering a topic or remembering specific details. Clear goals help you stay focused and motivated, making your learning more effective. Consistency is crucial for memory retention. Establish a regular study schedule that fits your lifestyle. Whether it's daily or a few times a week, sticking to a routine helps your brain get into the habit of learning and makes it easier to retain new information. A distraction-free environment is essential for effective learning. Turn off notifications, find a quiet space, and let others know you need uninterrupted time. The fewer distractions you have, the more focused and productive your study sessions will be. Analogies help you understand and remember complex ideas by relating them to something familiar. For example, thinking of the brain as a computer can make it easier to grasp how memory works. Creating your own analogies makes information more relatable and memorable. Mindfulness can improve your focus and memory by training your brain to stay present. Simple practices like deep breathing, meditation, or mindful walking can reduce mental clutter and help you absorb information more effectively. Try incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine for better learning outcomes. Color coding is a simple yet effective way to organize and remember information. Use different colors for headings, key points, or categories in your notes. This visual cue helps your brain distinguish between topics and makes reviewing easier and more engaging. Applying new knowledge in real-life situations helps reinforce your memory. Whether it's using a new word in conversation or solving a problem with a new method, practical application makes information more meaningful and memorable. Look for opportunities to use what you've learned as soon as possible. Curiosity is a powerful motivator for learning. When you're genuinely interested in a topic, you're more likely to pay attention and remember details. Ask questions, explore new ideas, and let your curiosity guide your learning journey. The more engaged you are, the better your memory will be. Rewarding yourself for reaching learning milestones can boost motivation and memory. Set small goals and celebrate your progress, whether it's with a treat, a break, or positive self-talk. Positive reinforcement makes the learning process more enjoyable and helps you stay on track. Trying to learn too much at once can overwhelm your brain and reduce retention. Break your study sessions into manageable chunks and focus on one topic at a time. This approach helps you absorb information more effectively and prevents burnout. Stories are easier to remember than isolated facts. Try turning information into a narrative or connecting it to a personal story. This technique makes learning more engaging and helps your brain organize details in a memorable way. Testing yourself is a proven way to enhance memory. Use practice questions, quizzes, or flashcards to check your understanding. Self-testing not only shows you what you know but also strengthens your ability to recall information when you need it. Taking time to reflect on what you've learned helps consolidate your memory. After each study session, ask yourself what went well, what was challenging, and what you'd like to improve. Reflection turns passive learning into active engagement and helps you remember more. Social interaction can enhance learning and memory. Discussing topics with friends or joining study groups exposes you to different perspectives and reinforces your understanding. Don't hesitate to share ideas and learn from others for a richer learning experience. Connecting information to real-life examples makes it more relevant and easier to remember. Whenever possible, relate what you're learning to your own experiences or current events. This practical approach helps anchor new knowledge in your memory. Repetition is fundamental to memory. Go over important information multiple times using different formats like reading, writing, or speaking. The more you repeat, the stronger your memory becomes. Make repetition a regular part of your learning strategy. Motivation plays a big role in memory retention. Remind yourself why you're learning and set rewards for reaching milestones. Staying motivated keeps you engaged and makes it easier to stick with your learning goals. Mind maps are visual tools that help organize information and show relationships between concepts. Creating a mind map can make complex topics easier to understand and remember. Use colors, images, and keywords to make your mind maps engaging and memorable. Studying for long periods without breaks can lead to fatigue and reduced retention. Use techniques like the Pomodoro method. Study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Short breaks help your brain recharge and process information more effectively. A positive mindset can make a big difference in your ability to learn and remember. Believe in your capacity to improve and don't get discouraged by setbacks. Positive thinking reduces anxiety and helps you approach learning with confidence. Everyone learns differently. Experiment with various techniques to find what works best for you, whether it's visual aids, audio recordings, or hands-on practice. Personalizing your approach makes learning more effective and enjoyable. Keeping track of your progress helps you stay motivated and identify areas for improvement. Use journals, checklists, or apps to monitor what you've learned and what needs more work. Tracking progress turns learning into a rewarding journey. Feedback from others can help you identify strengths and weaknesses in your learning. Don't hesitate to ask teachers, peers, or mentors for input. Constructive feedback guides your improvement and helps you remember information more effectively. Consistency is the foundation of effective learning. Make studying a regular habit even if it's just a few minutes each day. Over time, consistent effort leads to lasting results and stronger memory. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. Instead of getting discouraged, view them as opportunities to grow. Analyzing your errors helps you understand where you went wrong and how to improve. Embracing mistakes makes your learning journey more resilient and effective. We've covered a wide range of strategies to help you retain information better, from active learning and spaced repetition to healthy habits and positive thinking. Remember, improving memory is a journey that takes time and practice. Start by picking a few techniques that resonate with you and gradually incorporate them into your routine. With consistency and the right approach, you'll find yourself remembering more and learning faster than ever before.